Hey YouTubers, X Factor here playing on the pure Battlefield servers where PTFO is a way of life. Caspian Border, L85 gameplay, and this one was a doozy. It was a challenge to say the least because the writing's on the wall. We only have 2 points left, and they are pushing hard. And all cap is brewing, base rape cometh, all your bases belongeth to them. But more importantly, the endgame patch notes are out. They've finally been released. This is probably the last patch we're getting for Battlefield 3 because DICE EA loves to patch with DLC content, more than likely to save money. And all I gotta say is this. That's it, DICE? With all the things broken in the game, bugged out, glitched, and potential balance issues. I, for one, would never speculate on what needs to be balanced. That's a hard job. I personally wouldn't want it. But we all know that there's stuff that probably could have used a little love and attention, tweaks, a little nerf, a little check, a little balance. None of that. So we're going to go over some of these patch notes. Going to loosely talk about the gameplay. We're down to 1 flag, and the writing is on the wall. That base rate, she's a-coming, and she's a-coming quick. The question is, can we get out of it? I've never gotten out of a Caspian Border base rape, and it usually starts with the jet rape. If they got good jet pilots, you're in trouble. As you can see, here's a screenshot from after that death. They own the map. No good for business for us. We quickly capture A when a couple tanks push out, and I'm going to try to take this C flag over here, or contest it. But if you look at the mini-map, it looks like a small child blessed with chicken pox. The dots are everywhere. So, do I run out there and get on the flag? No, I'm going to die. Can I revive this guy? No, not anymore, because he slid down. If I go down there, I have no cover whatsoever. I want to try to keep the high ground, and more importantly, stay alive for my squad mates to spawn on me. The slow rate of fire is really killing me on this L85. It's got a decent amount of horizontal recoil to this thing, so it's not the most accurate thing, but it is a bullpup, so at least I can, move side to side quickly while ADSing as he gets sniped off. At least he spawned next to me, died next to me. I can revive him. Try to make a push. Whoops. There's 4 guys down here looking at me. That's not going to work out too well. So we're down a boatload of tickets, an absolute boatload of tickets. We're down almost 130 tickets there. Not looking good for us, right? And it's even worse now. But the comeback cometh. So how about we talk about these actual patch notes, and one of the best things that I see in here has been a bug that they've tried to address several times. TV missiles should no longer be able to blow up the helicopter shooting the missile. Sweet. A year later, it's hopefully fixed. Another one that stuck out was enable player movement in Gunmaster mode in pre-round. Does that mean if you got the OK Corral standoff and you got 2 guys in front of each other, enemy players, you can kind of move around, start dancing before it starts? Not sure. And they fixed some bugs in the game that really didn't mean much, such as AT mines could kill, but it counted as a vehicle kill. Alright, not the most important thing in the world. Another one that's nice, right up there with the TV guided bug. Improve the position of the repair icon so it won't disappear outside the screen while repairing. That's a big one. A lot of times when you repair your tank, LAV, Vodnik, Jeep, you want to look around so that you're still repairing that tank, but your line of sight is on flanks or on where the enemy's coming. If you're just looking right into your tank and repairing, you're probably doing it wrong, and you're probably going to die a lot because you have no idea what's coming up, right? There I try to use the old TV missile to help my teammate out and end up getting a kill because it probably just burned to death after the first disable. These things do hit like a truck if their reactive is down, so if you see a guy go by with no reactive, take a shot on him. It's probably going to ruin his day. One patch note that made me chuckle has to do with the Operation Metro that lacked collision. Certain spots lacked collision so that players were unable to put their bipods on it. Last time I checked, Metro was king of bipoding. Glad to see they added a few more spots there. And lastly, there are some collision issues between players which would leave people unintentionally stuck that they seem to have fixed. But more importantly, let's see how that plays out. I know a lot of people, when they spawn in, sometimes it's a tight corridor, they get stuck behind that player. Is this going to change the interaction where you now push that player instead of them pushing you into a spot? This could be kind of interesting because I know spawning in on people in tight spots or prone kind of creates an issue, and sometimes you could be trapped behind them. Will this affect those situations? That could be a really good fix because that happens more commonly than just randomly being stuck unintentionally. I think I've had to suicide maybe 4 or 5 times total in my entire pub game time for Battlefield 3. Not a big deal, but being stuck in a bad spawn spot and a teammate just camping a corner, but he's the last guy in the squad, that happens a ton. Right? So hopefully that's something that kind of changes that small interaction of when we spawn in on tight quarters. All in all, this patch list was shockingly small considering this is the last DLC for Battlefield 3, given EA and DICE's history of patching balance issues, bugs, and glitches with said DLCs. DICE is not known for patching every month like most games out there, or patching more frequently. So this is probably the finished product that we're going to see until Battlefield 4. I have 2 questions. What about all the other stuff that's been posted in countless Reddit threads where community members have posted on saying, hey, these are known issues, bugs, glitches, broken things within the game? What happened to most of that stuff? And more importantly, this would have been the perfect testing ground for between now and when Battlefield 4 comes out, seeing that Battlefield 4 is the exact same engine. You could have tweaked with the sun, maybe a sunglasses perk. What would you give up for that? I'd give up ammo, I'd give up suppression perk, I'd give up my left arm, my right kidney, my left eyeball. Anything for some sunglasses for specific maps, because the sun at time is just simply ridiculous on various maps. My question to you is this, YouTubers. What were you expecting to see? What do you think needed a little nerf, a little buff, a little tweak, and what bugs do you think they missed out on? I know the laundry list is pretty darn big of the bugs and glitches, so it'd be interesting to see what you guys thought was important and think that they should have covered. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this epic comeback on Caspian Border featuring the L85 with the foregrip, heavy barrel, and red dot. This is a lot of fun on the pure Battlefield server, and again, both these teams played it pretty close to the chest, and it was quite the challenge. So shout out to everybody involved. If you guys enjoyed yourself or learned something today, don't forget about the old thumbs up, and more importantly, please leave your comments and opinions below. There's a lot that really wasn't covered in the patch, and I'd love to hear your guys' thought processes. Good job, team. Really didn't think we'd pull that one out. Take care, YouTube, and thanks for supporting me.